our photo editor called me back and she said, Doug, you won't believe this. We've actually believed that you captured the bullet going through behind him. And I was like, wait, what? After the bullet, just as it passed his head. You know, scene for the still photographers is basically to go into the buffer zone. That's that area right by the stage. We're allowed to stay in there for 5 to 10 minutes. I went over to try and photograph the president with the flag above him, and started to pick up my camera, and I was taking pictures. I was like, okay, let me move around a little bit just to try and get that right angle, because and the light was beautiful. It was very bright, and then I heard the pop, pop, pop.
What happened?
I thought, oh my God, he's been, because at that point people are yelling active shooter, so I thought he'd been shot. I just ran over to the side to try and get a glimpse of him and trying to see if he was okay. Having done this for so many years, my thought process was, in that crazy moment while people are still yelling at us to get down, they have to get him off stage. How are they going to get him off? And I knew that the steps were over to the right, so I immediately thought, okay, they got to take him there. So I walked around, went over there, and then when I walked over there, I was like, oh my gosh, they were picking him up. And I thought, oh, and then I saw his hand go up a little bit, and I thought, okay, he's alive, oh my gosh. They're trying to protect him. The Secret Service is trying to keep, keeping him covered. Right after the president was taken away, they grabbed us, the photographers that were down there, and they were like, listen, you're walking through a crime scene now. We've got to get you out of here. So I went back and looked through those files. So I immediately sent those from my Sony camera directly to the office. And about 5 minutes later, Jennifer, our photo editor, called me back and she said, Doug, you won't believe this. We've actually believed that you captured the bullet going through behind him. And I was like, wait, what? Are you kidding? In the forensic world, who believe, because I was shooting at an 8,000th of a second, it was like 1 in 5 million chance of being able to get that streak. But it's more likely that it was slowed down because it hit his ear. So it nicked him right there in the ear. A former colleague of mine at the Associated Press was there when President Reagan's assassination attempt happened. I always talk to him about it. Like, how did you react? How did you not look over and see where the guns were, where the shots were coming from? How did you just not drop your camera and watch? And he said, instincts jumped in, and he said, the instinct for me was, I went forward, not backwards. And it stuck in my mind completely. And so that's what I ended up doing. And I'm grateful that my colleagues and I were not seriously injured. All right, good. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. It's very nice.